This episode of Death Battle Cast is sponsored by Bespoke, Post, and Quip. Stay tuned for some good deals later on in the show.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hi.
What are you doing?
Are we live? I was looking at the chat, seeing who was here to hang out with us
I
today.
just look over and you're just like,
It sounds like you were looking at the Chad.
I was looking at the chat over here.
working in this industry and having the name Chad sucks because people are like, what's up, chat? And I'm like, every time I think they're talking to me, it's annoying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about just having the name Chad.
That sucks too.
Yeah.
Just in general. There's a lot of downsides to it.
I mean, that's why we always refer to you as Chad James. Or Chad motherfucking James. Like,
That's terrible.
right?
Was it Cali Chad?
That was your favorite.
Yeah.
Cali Chad.
Cali Chad.
All right, welcome to the Death Battle Cast. We do things here, I guess. I'm Ben. I'm the voice of Wiz.
I'm Chad. I play Boomstick. I think we covered that first part.
I'm Tori. I'm an animator.
I'm Sam, producer Redder Guy.
My brain is spinning. We went
We
All over the
clockwise
place.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
I don't-
We
I
just
don't-
know how to do it.
rewiring. All right. But we are coming up on the penultimate episode of this year's Death Battle season, and one of the
The what
craziest
episode?
episodes.
Penultimate.
Penultimate.
What does that mean?
I thought it was Pan-Ultimate. not
Pan ultimate?
Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it's
right
the
away.
one before the last.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The second to last Death
But
Battle
it sounds
ever.
more impressive. That's
Yes.
the problem with Penultimate. You hear it and you're just like, that one has to be better than the Ultimate
Yeah,
one.
I was like, wow, is that the last? I don't know.
I remember
English is
thinking that
weird.
when I was young. I think it was like a Final Fantasy VII strategy guide that was like the Pan-Ultimate weapon. I was like, that one's got to be better. Like, and I was really hyped about it.
But it's second
Yeah,
to Ultimate
yeah,
Weapon.
And then,
Well, the penultimate episode and craziest episode I think we've ever done, maybe. We've done some crazy episodes.
It's pretty wild.
Is Deadpool versus Mask, or Big Head, as some people will know him as from the Mask comic books. A ridiculous character who I don't know if a lot of people ever expected to make it into Death Battle, but this is kind of a sort of, I don't necessarily want to call it like a wrap-up to a trilogy, but it kind of is.
The Deadpool trilogy.
it's like a exploration of like the levels of fourth wall and stuff like that. Like,
This episode has been, we've been sort of building up to it for a while. I've had this idea for a long time, and it's definitely going to be very different from a usual episode. But one of the awesome things about it is we actually got to work with the 2D animation team, the Rooster Teeth 2D animation team that usually works on like Camp and Nomad of Nowhere and things like that. And they're man. Their team is so fucking good.
Yeah. What's
crazy.
really cool is you're talking about the trilogy. We've had a 3D episode, we've had a sprite fight episode, and now we'll have a hand drawn.
So if Deadpool ever comes back, I guess we got to go like stop
Live action.
motion or something. Live action. I mean, this is. I know some people are probably like, oh, Deadpool for a third battle. Why are you doing this? There's a reason.
I
Trust
think
me.
the best sell I can give for this is I genuinely don't like either character. And this is a fucking dope fight. Like, it's really fun. The whole thing's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Well-
'Cause, like, I think Deadpool, and I don't like Fourth Wall-y stuff, but this is just really fucking fun. It plays out like it's an oddly perfect matchup between the two in the sense of like their characters, and like the Mask is just kind of 90s Deadpool. I know Deadpool is around the 90s, but shush.
And that's kind of the idea behind the episode. If you didn't see the reveal teaser for it at the end of Mob vs. Tatsumaki, basically the premise of this episode is Wiz and Boomstick are fed up with Deadpool, and they think it's time to try to find a way to take him down for good. And so they think they found the right person, but who knows how that's going to play out, especially when you throw the Mask into Death Battle. If Deadpool makes things crazy, what's the Mask going to do?
Yeah.
But we actually have a quick little sneak peek of the animated battle. So let's go ahead and bring that up.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this mess. But there's only enough funding for a few minutes of animation, so we're skipping that part. Smoking! All right, Majora's Mistake. You've got one chance to take that off.
So I didn't want us to reveal too much because the fight gets crazy. But that's a little sneak peek at what this
Obviously,
team has
when
put together.
somebody gets decapitated, like the first,
I was just about to say.
25 seconds, like, yeah, it's gonna get wild.
We have 2 like killing blows right out the gate. Like, you know, like-
I love 2 things, like they put the DBX on the side of the bus, which is really cool to have like that kind of placement. It just is, it's cool. And then that shot where you see through Deadpool, where he's like healing up, is really fucking cool.
yeah. That little wormy little guts coming.
That was
back
actually an idea from the storyboarder Al. That wasn't originally in the script. So yeah, it's been fun working with this team and really getting a feel for what they've been doing with camp and whatnot. Especially since we've talked about this before, we've kind of merged departments with them, and now we're working with them on a more consistent basis. And we started this project before that happened, so it's been kind of this weird sort of perfect like moment where we just kind of all meshed together like as we were working on this singular project. It's been great. But I do want to give a shout out especially to Jordan Battle, the animation director for this. Ironically, his last name is Battle. It's perfect.
Good fit.
He's been a part of the Rooster Teeth animation team for a long time.
Forever.
You can see a bunch of
He'll
his work.
probably come on the cast when we talk about the episode.
Yeah, I imagine he'll be on the cast as well as probably the commentary. But he's been leading the team extremely well, especially as I've been jumping into the next season. He's been able to pick up a lot of the slack and really help make this fight as fantastic as it is. And I really like what the whole team has put together. But of course, you heard our favorite person ever, Takahata 101, Curtis Arnott, reprising his role as Deadpool for the
3rd, 4th time.
5th time for
Fifth
Death
time?
Battle. He's been
Yeah,
in
if you
3
count
Death
the
Battles,
other
but
ones.
he's had cameos.
Yeah.
So he's been in Death Battle more than a few times at this point.
And Curtis loves playing
But
Deadpool.
yeah, it's so much fun recording with him because he just jumps into this character and goes off.
Yep.
I mean, what the track we got back from him was like over an hour, right?
Yeah.
Of, like stuff. Like,
Well,
yeah,
I'll never forget when we recorded. Like he had a cameo in Deadpool versus Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Or not in Darkseid versus Thanos. Like his role was just 5-10 lines at most. That recording lasted more than an hour of just him riffing and like just doing random improv for what those lines might be. We ended up only using 30 seconds worth of like voice, but
But
I
it's
have
really
like
fun to get that like amount of.
I have an hour track of him as Deadpool just like doing crazy movie references.
We should add that to our blooper reel.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do something with it, but I haven't been 100% sure what to do. But once again, jumping into this, he had a lot that he wanted to do, especially since this is a Deadpool episode. So Deadpool is going to be interacting with Wiz and Boomstick again.
Yep.
God damn it.
But it's super fun this time because you're all the cartoons.
Yes.
So we can
Yeah,
kinda
this is the
explore
first
that a
time that
little
Wiz
bit
and
more.
Boomstick are on screen
Yeah.
as this is
Well, no,
happening.
Darkseid Thanos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
he was, but that one Deadpool was in the TV, I believe.
yes.
Like, but still,
He
yeah.
had a
but-
very brief cameo in the
Yeah.
rundown for that. This one is a Deadpool rundown where
Full-fledged.
he is
Yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah,
involved.
Yeah.
So it's fun seeing these, like we've been hearing these characters interact for a long time. Now we get to see it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is why it kind of feels like the conclusion to this trilogy of Deadpool episodes because it feels like we've been kind of building up to this
Yeah.
sort of thing.
The other thing I really want to clarify is like, even though the way we teased it was like, let's finally kill Deadpool or blah blah blah. This was more of just like, hey, if anyone has a shot at it, maybe it's the mask. But then we still did all of the research to determine
of course.
who the winner was. I just want to put that out there in case some people were misconstruing that it's like, we're gonna kill Deadpool because we're putting our bias in because we're making this.
but that's what
a
we're doing,
storyline.
Yeah.
We're full on bias from here on out.
I got a question
obviously.
though. What different or additional do you do for repeat combatants research wise and rundown wise? Because this is like the 3rd time he's been in here.
Yeah.
And like, so do you just same thing or just more that's happened since then or?
There's actually a lot to it. So especially with characters like Deadpool that have such a huge history, there's no way for us to cover everything in one rundown. A rundown of a character in Death Battle usually lasts around. We try to keep it around 5 minutes. Sometimes it gets a little longer than that, depending on the character.
Yeah.
So there's no way we can cover absolutely 100% everything, and usually there will be something that we really want to talk about, but there's just not enough time. But you know what? Maybe if they come back, we'll be able to bring that interesting subject up.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't treat episodes of Death Battle as sequels to each other, at least not often. So I want people to be able to jump into Deadpool versus Mask
as the first episode.
without having to see
Right,
Deadpool versus Deathstroke or Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie. Now, if you have seen those, there will be a lot of things in this episode that will you'll be rewarded for it. Basically, like you'll see things that you know a new viewer might not notice. But every episode is basically a standalone project, so it's kind of a balance of both, figuring out what we didn't do and what we can add to this one, and also making sure that new viewers can get everything they need from it. And ultimately, every episode, I think every episode has a different writer. Sorry.
Yeah, well, especially just because most of the time I feel like we repeat a character, it's like years later.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Well, this one is written by myself and Liam, and I don't believe Liam was even a writer at the time we wrote the other two. So this is his take on Deadpool. Whereas I believe the last ones were myself. No, I think it was Nick.
It's definitely Nick.
Who wrote Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie? I don't remember.
was Nick.
Was it Nick who wrote? Okay, I guess Nick wrote both of them. Never mind. He wrote both the Deathstroke and the Pinkie Pie episodes.
Nice.
Oh, man. Poor Nick.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he was doing Deadpool, Pinkie Pie, because he had already done
That's
Deadpool,
right,
Deathstroke,
that's
so he
right.
kind of knew. Like, it is a good thing, like, if you can repeat writers for, like, it is nice, because you already know a good hunk of it. A lot of times you have to get updated, and a lot of times maybe our rules have shifted a little bit. But yeah, I've written a few. I'm actually maybe writing a repeat character next year.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Secrets. Put that one together.
Ah, that's
Look at
cool.
that
There's
hit.
only like 200 to choose from.
Yeah, right. Like, good luck.
We haven't even announced our season finale yet.
That's
Could
true.
be that character.
Sure.
Who knows?
As the first episode of the next season in a weird twist.
Exactly. We mentioned Curtis Arnott. We also got Kyle Ignatzi as the Mask. He's in. If you want to know why he was picked as the Mask, he's in. God, I'm blanking on what the show's called. Epitaph, something on shit. I'm blanking
Epitaph, I would
now. Sound Cadence, who we work with, helped produce the show on Verve. God damn it! I had this in my head and I was like, I should mention it because everybody we know worked on it. But
Everyone we've ever met.
like literally everyone. Epithet. How do you pronounce that?
Epithet.
Epithet Erased. He's in that, and he plays like a wild character in that too. And so he's really good at this kind of
Matched
character.
up pretty well, yeah.
But
Go
you can
check it out on Verve.
If you have a Verve account, you also see Rooster Teeth stuff, so it kind of works out great.
Yep.
Yeah, you can watch Death Battle on Verve, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But it's gonna be a fun time. That episode comes out next week. Holy shit! Like it kind of blew me away a little bit a few days ago because we've been working on this episode for so
Forever.
long, and
We voiced that months ago.
yeah, we voiced it months ago. I've been planning this episode since the beginning of the year. Like this has been one of my highlights of this season,
Oh, yeah.
and it's finally here. It's crazy.
I feel like every season has one episode where we get to like play a lot and like stretch our wings and do like a whole bunch of new, like it's like experimental and fun and doing new stuff and like, you know, and then every season has, well, the ultimate episode, which is like super serious and hardcore, and like this one is definitely, this year we're doing them back to back. It's like, you know, I think it was 2 years ago, Scruff McGruff wasn't the Pan Ultimate, but that was definitely the one where we were like doing new things with and like playing around and stuff.
It was the gag battle, and this you could call this our gag battle of the year. But yeah, our season finale gets like.
it's pretty fucking
it's-
hardcore. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're not
would
not
agree.
actually using masks from the movie. I do want to clarify that. Like, we're you'll see footage of them because obviously we need footage for Death Battle. But we are definitely taking into account the comics where the mask is fucking brutal. Also,
Oh, yeah.
somebody's breaking in. I heard. This.
that was a huge. They've been working on the roof for like months now. I feel
Yeah.
like.
All right. Well,
Somebody's just going to fall through and land right on the table.
very excited to see what you guys think of the episode when it airs next Monday on First and next Wednesday on YouTube. It's going to be a good time. It looks like we do have some fan art to check out.
Oh,
Let's go ahead and bring
Ooh.
that up. The first one is from Ogres Have Layers, I believe.
Hey. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I
That's
saw
really
this
cool.
one. I retweeted it. It's
Nice.
really cool. So for
Yeah, that's
our
sweet.
last episode, Mob versus Tatsumaki.
Ogres have layers.
Every time I hear a
Oh,
he kills
name,
it.
I think of the spin kick from Street Fighter.
What?
The
Ogres
Oh,
have
that,
layers?
Tatsumaki.
that black
Tatsu-
inky style. Oh,
Tatsu-
you-
Tatsumaki Sepukaki?
Tatsumaki
Yeah.
Sapuken.
I thought you meant Street Fighter
God
4
damn
with
it.
the black
I'm
ink.
getting tongue-tied.
Because it means tornado, right? Or it has something to do
Oh,
with
that makes
tornado.
that's even great. That's even better.
Yeah, it's like a tornado kick. We got two more.
Most
we got
people
something
here, I'd
from
like some pound cake.
Jordan. I think it's just Jordan with a 4.
Oh, that was
Oh,
really
that
cool.
was really
Sweet.
cool.
I love that.
Some nice color work.
Wow, yeah.
It's awesome. Oh, I like the green outline.
So does it
Like
mean
she's
she's
picking him up.
lifting? I was just about to say,
Yeah.
does it mean she's lifting him up?
Oh yeah.
She's in control.
Man, I
now.
love Mob Psycho.
I know, right?
So good.
Poor guy.
Sweet.
Those are great. Thanks, guys.
There's one more.
Oh,
Oh.
never
One
mind.
more from Aries the Knight. I don't know what this is.
Is that?
Ah.
That's funny. This is great.
Boomstick's reaction to the cinnamon rolls on her face.
Yep.
Cinnamon roll.
It's funny.
All right, thank you guys for sending those in. If you do have some art that you want us to see, definitely tag it with hashtag DeathMetalCast on Twitter. We love seeing that kind of stuff and showing it off.
Yeah, that's another fun thing about the characters being drawn. They can be memed now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Rooster Teeth, our social team got me the other day because I tweeted out like it's whatever, like November, and I'm still proud to say I haven't downloaded TikTok. And they responded with "Okay, Boomstick" with the boomstick, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, great, cool."
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
But I'm on the bandwagon. I'm not gonna do the TikTok thing
Yeah.
unless there's.
What
a
is it
really good
for?
reason. It's like
It's like new
It's the
Vine.
new Vine.
yeah, it's new Vine, but
Pretty
like the
much.
hashtags essentially are audio clips. Like that's how it's sorted is through audio. So that's why all of it's like lip syncing or like yeah. It's
People
all
keep
related to
telling me
audio,
that it's
essentially.
only audio and music, but like the stuff that gets popular is not. It's just vines.
Pretty much.
Essentially, yeah.
Well, but I mean, there's always an audio track to it,
Sure.
right? But that's what it is. It's just you combine music with something.
It's vines
Yeah,
with
I mean,
an audio
it's the
layer.
sense that you can sort like I want to sort by this like song or whatever, or like there's a lot of like clips like
Oh.
audio clips of camp and people like redoing David's line in like a real life camping scenario kind of thing. And so like it's the ability to sort via specific audio clips.
Yeah. What really does it on TikTok? We make them, right? I don't have it on my.
Yeah, y'all do it.
We do it
Core, yeah.
for just Rooster Teeth social media team. They ask us to do it all the time.
Have any of them went viral?
We had a couple that did pretty well. But like basically, the key of what I've learned for TikTok is find a song that has a build up with then one like beat drop or big clap or something like that, and then have an action happen. So like. There's this dumb one that went around that was like super. So it's like boom, 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 and so they were like people would walk their fingers over it and doom, 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 and then it goes, and they were like there was like a crash in the thing, and then they'd slap them when they did it.
That seems
So.
fucking rude.
That seems awful.
yeah.
There's a lot of weird
I'm
shit.
never downloading this app. I don't want to get slapped.
What was that meme that was people dancing and then there was
Yeah,
a
that's what
pause
happened.
and then it went crazy?
Installed, then just somebody runs up and slaps the fuck.
So it's
out of
Harlem
it.
Shake.
That sounds
The
like a
app.
sick app. Oh, that was cool.
Well, yeah, because you weren't slapping anyone. But
Yeah, you weren't slapping anyone.
I
I mean,
there's
you
a-
could slap
You were
somebody with
slapping
Harlem
people
Shake.
in core?
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to what's going on. Before we get to that, let me tell you about our sponsor, Bespoke Post. This fall, start a new monthly routine that'll upgrade your life and style with a box of awesome from Bespoke Post. Bespoke Post sends guys only the best stuff every month. So whether you're looking to craft your own hard cider or toast perfectly aged fall cocktails, the box of awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, and outdoor gear, Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. I'm picking up their Damascus knife. It's beautiful. It's really good looking, but they have all sorts of stuff. Like it's crazy. Just check out their website. It's this awesome collection of stuff. I'm serious, and it all is pretty high quality. But maybe you don't really know what you want. They've still got you covered. To get started, take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome for you, and you can choose to get that one. Or, you can just browse their website. There's plenty of options. They release new boxes every month across tons of different categories. And it's free to sign up. You can skip a month or cancel anytime. So each box costs only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. All right, so you can get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code BATTLECAST at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code BATTLECAST for 20% off your first box. I love it when sponsors use BATTLECAST as the code. It's so cool sounding. Thank you, Bespoke Post.
Ooh, I want to start.
Okay.
I'm this
Do it.
close to buying a Switch for Pokemon.
You still don't have a Switch?
No.
He did, though, but he gave it away
To your
because he's a
son,
good
right?
father.
Yeah.
Well, that's not giving it away. Yeah, that's.
Well, I bought it from him. I
Right.
didn't own it.
I would say
I'm close. There's a few
Like, I
games.
mean-
Pokemon. There's Astral Chain.
Astral Chain.
Astral Chain.
I only remember that because of how hyped you were when you said it.
Which one's Astral Chain?
The latest Platinum Games game.
Oh yeah.
Tripping.
Yeah.
Mario Party, Mario Kart, and all the Mario shit.
No, I don't know.
Would you
So
buy
stupid.
the what is it called, the Nintendo Switch Lite or the?
So that's the thing,
handheld
right?
one.
I don't see my history with handhelds is that I would buy the handheld and I would use it for a month and then the handheld
Never
would
use it again?
I'd never use it again.
Yeah.
But if I bought the regular one, which is still a handheld, it's purposeful as in it can hook up to my TV.
I
Right.
feel like
So-
you would want to use a controller for Astral Chain anyway. Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
I mean, but you can still use the control. But then I have to sit the little thing over it
Yeah.
and then use the controller like that. So I don't know. I've just had Pokemon fever lately.
Yeah.
I've missed.
game looks fun.
I've passed on every Pokemon since. I'm not even gonna age myself with this. I've passed on every
Since Gold and
Pokemon
Silver, huh?
since DX on the
GameCube? Yo,
Okay,
no
actually-
joke. I still have a
Never expected
GameCube
that one.
skin. I still have a GameCube skin in the box for Pokemon DX.
Nice.
So
I haven't played a Pokemon
I've actually talked to
since
some
then.
people about this, and it feels like if you haven't played Pokemon in a long time, something like Sword and Shield would be really fun.
Oh, nice.
'cause
it looks so fun.
I kind of got that fever when X and Y came out. It was the new
Chad ruined
thing,
me
the
on
thing.
X and Y. You made me super competitive, and I had to go buy a DS just for that.
Yeah.
Damn.
That day?
Yeah.
But when X and Y came out, I hadn't played since I don't even remember, maybe Gold and Silver. So I got into X and Y, and even though it's generally considered as not like the best Pokemon game, I got really into it and kind of the nostalgia hype as well as just figuring out all the new features. And
Yeah.
it was really fun.
Weird
So
story.
if you haven't played it in a while, you'd probably get the same experience from this.
What's really cool with Sword and Shield is that, like, now, like, you can camp. So if you're, like, out in the wild and you don't want to go all the way back to a town to heal your Pokemon, you set up a camp. You can, like, play with them, right? You can, like, throw a ball to them. You can jiggle.
But see-
and then also,
Does that heal him?
and then you can cook food. And it's a little bit similar to, like, Breath of the Wild. So you go collect berries and stuff, and you combine and try new different things to make new types of curries. And then your Pokemon try them, and then you get different things. So, like, the curry, I used, like, 3 different berries, made a curry, and then it gave my Pokemon 50% health back. So
Okay.
But here's the thing, though, right? So one thing that's kind of turned me off Pokemon is that it seems like it hasn't progressed with modern RPGs. Like everything you just said is in a modern RPG already.
Right, but
from
it's
like the
Pokemon.
past 2 years. I know.
That's why I
I know.
think a lot of people have fun with it if they haven't played it for a while.
Right.
Well, Torian, you'll appreciate this. What is this called? Gigamaxing. So if you-
Gigantamaxing.
No, it's Gigamaxing. I'm pretty sure.
Gigamaxing? Gigantamaxing? Dynamax.
Is it really?
In-
Wait, what's Dynamax?
Fuck, maybe it is Dynamaxing.
It's both Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing.
Dynamaxing.
They're,
Anyway.
they're both in there.
Sure.
Dynamaxing just makes the Pokemon big. Gigantamaxing, they take on a whole new form. Like
Right.
Butterfree becomes Mothra.
So like it's an element, and then you can like make one like super fucking.
That's
huge. I haven't
cool.
done it yet, but then there's also it's really interesting. They incentivize multiplayer. So you go out into the world, and there's all these like glowing beacons shooting up into the sky, and basically you can go hop into this cave, but you can't do it on your own. You have to partner with like a friend either locally or online,
Like an MMO.
and then you all get together to fight with your Pokemon against a giant Dynamaxed Pokemon, and then you have a chance to catch
So
it.
that's what I'm saying, right? So that's the same thing in Final Fantasy 14. You see a giant Mothra over there, and you could walk up to it and smack it. You probably die, but there's other people that are on the server, and if they all see the giant Mothra, and they're like, we're gonna go fight the giant Mothra, and then we get experience. from
Yeah.
it or whatever.
Nintendo really just figured out the internet.
I,
So like, let's be real.
And I don't know if they've
no,
fully
and
understood it.
I'm not
understand
saying
it
that
yet
is
anyway.
a bad thing. I think this is kind of subconsciously what I've been waiting for, just seeing like drastically new stuff.
Well, I think Game Freak
Also-
has a strategy in that they intentionally don't make the games
Sam
too...
died.
Yeah, Sam's just dead. Sorry.
I don't know. He
away.
got up. He'll be back.
I think they intentionally don't make the games too like I don't think they try to make each game like one up the other
Sure.
all that often
Yeah,
because
they're making
once
their
they
own
start doing
experience.
that then they're going to start reaching a peak and then
Yeah.
the game is going to start going
Yeah, yeah.
downhill. But they have been successful in making games that are all their own things basically. And
Sure.
there's some negative things to say about that, like the game doesn't seem to progress, but at the same time it is incredibly successful
Yeah.
because of this strategy.
Yeah.
So whether or not you want to, get on board with that, that's you. But I do think that does again help this idea that if you haven't played for a while, you can jump in and you'll see new things.
Yeah.
And it'll feel new even if it's not like the most modern RPG thing
Also,
you can find.
There,
oh, go ahead, do your thing.
I was gonna say and then when you're deciding between Sword and Shield, there's really only two things. Sure, they each have their own unique like gym trainers at times, not all of them, but some. But from when it comes to exclusive Pokemon, one, Sword has Surfetched, which Farfetch'd finally got an evolution, and he's got a huge fucking leek sword and a shield.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's like a jousting lance.
Yeah,
Basically.
it's awesome.
It's great.
And he looks like majestic as hell. Or Shield has I forget the name of it, but it's something a version of Ponyta and
just
Rapidash. No, it's like
Galarian.
Yeah,
Oh, is this
Galarian.
thing I
Thank
seen
you.
on Twitter is like rainbow pony.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
its
a My
hair
Little
looks like
Pony.
cotton candy, and it's a psychic type, and it looks really, really cool. We ended up going with Shield because I have a daughter who loves Pokemon, and she wanted the pony. So
Wait, is it one of those things, like back in the day, if you get both, you can mix them, and then
You can
have,
trade.
you have all the Pokemon?
yeah, you can trade.
So you had to own both games and trade between the games?
Yeah.
Yeah, or find somebody else, or you can trade online now. So
Oh, nice. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I'm like really, I'm close. If I come across like some weird 5 miles deal on a Switch, I might pull the trigger on it.
legit, go check out Pawn Shop.
I don't know.
You
Yeah.
also got Black Friday coming up, so.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, but those aren't
Yeah,
really
yeah.
deals. They're like, they trick you.
I
They
mean,
trick you?
sometimes they are deals, although Nintendo.
Wait, how do the Black Friday deals trick you?
Black Friday is, those prices are like, they can already like sell that to you, but it's just like specifically marked down for this day just to get you in there or whatever. But like, if you wait like another month or so, it'll be that price.
Well,
Yeah.
Switch is $300. So if you
That's-
find it for cheap, or if they've bundled games with it,
I guess
you are
so. That
saving
is
money.
true. Like that
Like-
PlayStation bundle was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it also
Oh,
depends
yeah.
on what
But
you're
all
buying.
those games are like $20.
Nintendo doesn't do price cuts like
That's
ever.
true.
Very hard,
So,
yeah.
if-
But they usually do have one around the holidays. It is a good deal. It's usually you get it plus a free game, and sometimes Best Buy has a deal where you get it plus two
free games.
If they have a Pokemon bundle, I might pull the trigger on it.
They do have like a Pokemon.
it's probably already out and
yeah,
sold out.
probably. Well, I don't know. Sometimes like they create a shit ton of those, but I don't know.
Pawn
It's-
shop. That's
it's-
actually a good.
Yeah.
Find
well,
one for
I
that.
always forget about it, and then I think about it like, oh yeah, that's
Finally,
right. I can go
real-
capitalize on someone
real-
else's misfortune.
Real quick,
What?
just to kind of wrap up the Sword and Shield discussion. Since you've played it, Chad, Dudeblade, I think his name is Dudeblade X in the chat is asking, is it worth it to pick up? He'd like some opinions about it before trying it himself.
So I played it for a night with my daughter because she loves Pokemon. And
Hell yeah, that's gangster.
Yeah,
You're finally
dude.
playing a game today?
Pokemon Eevee was the first game she ever beat,
Oh nice.
and like
I
she
didn't know y'all
legit
played
beat
that.
it,
That's awesome.
which was really cool. So,
So this
yeah,
is like the next step.
yeah, I know. So she was really excited about it. So she's going through. Though she's like, "Why is this story so boring?" And she's just like trying to mash through it.
That's really fun because that's a role playing game. And the first game that my son beat was the Mario and Rabbids, which is pretty
Rabbids,
much just
Yeah. Which is
XCOM.
like XCOM, which is
But
really
with
hardcore
Mario and
for
Rabbids characters.
Grade 7, yeah.
And like he was explaining all these like situational setups and stuff to me, and I was like, I don't know. He's like, watch this. 15 things happen. Mario's like, got him. He just left. He's like,
funny.
yeah, this is the second time I've beat this game.
Yeah, she just wants. That's crazy. Yeah, she just wants to catch Pokemon and battle,
Hell
and
yeah.
catch
I mean, that's
Pokemon more
kinda-
than anything.
Like, I feel like that's
She
probably
really
the
likes-
best way to play it is with it because it's not we're
Right.
30. It's not for us.
Yeah.
Like it's for people like your daughter. So to be able to play it with alongside somebody who's like actually, gonna have a good time and not be like hypercritical and be like,
Yeah.
lied.
Right.
Like she doesn't know what great
Right.
things
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
said. Like
Yeah, I mean, she's just fucking stoked when she gets cute Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she was originally building a team of all dogs, and then I had to be like, that's not gonna pay off for you well
like
when we
that
go
sounds like
fight
a
the
pretty
first
It might.
gym.
There's like a
Decent
dog
idea.
for every type, right?
There's a lot of dogs now.
Oh, there's a ton of dogs, but yeah, but like we're in the starting, like we're about to go into the first gym. Like, I'm trying to help
She's
her
gotta
balance.
learn things the
balance
hard way
team
there.
She
a little
sounds
bit.
like,
Yeah.
like
EVs,
she sounds
let's
like a
go,
cool
right?
trainer
Like-
from the anime. Like
Yeah, no,
this trainer has
100%.
only dogs. You're like, what?
That's all. They're all cute, and she,
Gotta go catch a
she
cat.
nicknames every Pokemon.
oh yeah.
Good.
So no, it's great. So yeah, no, it seems like a really solid game and really fun. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that like if I were playing, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'll go online to do this thing. But like since she's playing it, it's like I'm not gonna see how.
Would
this
you
works.
play it
I'm like,
yourself if you didn't have a daughter?
probably.
Okay.
I usually play Pokemon. The only thing is like
And
there's so many goddamn Pokemon now.
X
Also,
and
it's
Y kind of
ridiculous.
turned me off the whole thing. Like it was just so easy and nothing about the game had changed. Like it was like I went from gold, silver to XY, and it was like, oh, this game's pretty much
This
identical.
feels different with camping, with seeing Pokemon in the wild.
Not just that.
I love seeing little compilation videos of people in the wild area, and a Lucario just charges them like a man.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, they just like get this little exclamation point, and then they just fucking rush you, and you're like, ah! Like, also, I found like, it might have been because Kira was playing initially, but like usually, like, you know, you get your starter gets overpowered like fucking immediately, and you can just always like blow through every Pokemon battle that you go through with your starter if you have to. It has felt more difficult.
Really?
Yeah, and then also because you're in this open world, you get to see all this cool stuff, and you get to fish for stuff like right out the gate. You can camp like, and this is just the very beginning of the game, so it seems like they've made some changes, and it seems fun.
Yeah, I mean, good. My gripes are mainly with the battle system because it's just kind of.
Well, it's Pokemon.
Yeah, but I wish they would change it. I don't think it needs to be just Pokemon. Like, it's probably, as far as modern games go, the most dated battle system in any.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's
Like, and
what
I
I'm
understand
kind
the
of afraid
numbers
of
behind
too.
the scenes, EV
Yeah.
training. There is a lot that makes it competitive and cool, but
Yeah.
it's still very
You want to know the best change that they've made?
ridiculously.
The
Like,
absolute best change.
what?
Now, your Pokeball is already bound to a button, so you don't have to go into your bag and select it.
Nice.
It's great.
That's good.
It's super convenient. It's
I
just
heard
like,
there's actually a lot of like accessibility, like control options that make.
quality
Like, they
of
have
life
one where you can just
improvements.
quality of life, like just so you can just play the whole thing with one hand, and I was like, that's my shit. Like,
Almost.
that's what
wanna
that
just play
Pokeball
the-
controller
They
was for
tried to
Eevee.
make
Yeah.
a modern RPG.
yeah. Anyways, are we gonna
It's fun.
talk about Sonic now? Is that what?
Oh, it's down there too. Also, says controversies. Whatever.
what's the Game Freak controversy? I keep seeing people say stuff.
People
It-
over
it's-
30 crying about models and animations.
Yeah, they. I mean,
Seriously?
they
Yeah.
did.
No, there's more to it. It's not just people complaining for complaining's sake.
They said one thing.
It's
they
a
said
lot.
Is like, hey, like every model like will be made from scratch and like all this stuff, and then like
Oh, they
in the
reused a
data
bunch of shit.
mining, they reuse some stuff, and it's like, yeah, I don't. And,
Game
they're
Freak-
Like, oh,
Or
the
maybe
full
they did
national
remake
decks.
them and it just came out the same.
Yeah, like it's still the
Pikachu
same
looks
Pokemon.
like Pikachu.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense for them to remake them because they were originally made years ago
Yeah.
for this purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why there was a lot of confusion. There was just a lot of confusion. Game Freak, unfortunately, doesn't have a very good PR setup.
Which they should just shut the fuck
and
up.
So they kind of released a lot of information about this game in poor ways.
Got it.
Like how they introduced
In-
Pokemon Home months before they talked about how the national dex would be cut. And so Pokemon Home was introduced as the way to bring all your Pokemon to Sword and Shield. And then they're like, no, actually, you can't do that. Also, if you bring any Pokemon into Pokemon Home that can't go into Sword and Shield, it's stuck there forever.
Damn.
Like, there's some weird shit.
No, right, too.
And it really doesn't add up when you look at all the different things. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not you enjoy the game. But if you look back at all the controversy, there is reason for people to be confused. I
Got
don't
it.
necessarily know about like being super upset. Obviously, some people take it too far all the time when you have a fan base as big as Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't think, but see, like someone's mom is not combing through Reddit and like, oh, these models are different for their 10-year-old kid. Like,
It's just people way out of the age bracket
Yeah.
for who the game's intended
So-
for complaining about.
I do not
stuff.
like that, man. Like games are like,
That's how it goes.
I feel like games are casual first, even though they can be very competitive. But like gaming is like a casual thing. Like you chill.
But weren't you just saying that you're kind of disappointed that the Pokemon hasn't modernized or
No, I
improved?
mean,
was
like
well,
that's kind of
that.
what's the complaints
sure,
are.
but like even from a casual perspective, there are like little like if you play RPGs, I'm not a hardcore RPG player like I used to be, but you know if I play something and you know if I just got done, you know if I just finished like Final Fantasy 15, right, or Kingdom Hearts or something, and then I play something that's a step back on a casual level, I'm like, oh, like I got so used to cooking in the wild and saving and camping, all these things you can do in Final Fantasy 15. And then if I was to pick up, it is in the new Pokemon, but if I was to pick up the new Pokemon and strictly on RPG basis, if I could not do those things, it would feel like a step back.
But you need to catch a bunch of cute monsters and build your team together. That's the whole point.
But you can do that in Persona, which is a modern RPG.
Which does have a somewhat archaic battle system as well. Five
Yeah.
much better,
No,
but
for sure.
still,
Like
it
they're
is.
teetering on the edge.
Yeah.
Like if they don't change something soon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least they made it super stylized.
right?
But yeah,
That's how they
yeah.
get us.
And then what
the
happened?
art is so good.
And then what happened with Sonic?
Well, just getting into the Pokemon controversy, it's a lot. We don't have time to really get into it. But if you want to catch up on it and really understand what it is, I believe Inside Gaming made a really good video on it a couple days ago. You can check that out. For Sonic, there's just the new Sonic in the movie.
Are people actually mad?
No, well, I don't know why it says controversy down there, honestly.
Okay.
People aren't mad. People, I guess there is
I
a
think it
controverscy.
seems to be uniformly accepted as better.
Yeah,
It
way
is
better.
uniformly accepted as better. Obviously, people are wondering, well, like, did the animators and artists have to be put under crunch to make this
Well,
happen?
that's why they pushed it.
Was this the plan all along?
Oh, I've heard a lot of folks say that, which like I don't necessarily like. I highly doubt any
it wasn't.
studio would have the fucking balls to
Manufacture
execute a
controversy.
plan that fucking like.
It is okay. Real quick, it is
very.
very obvious that this wasn't the plan because there's already merch for old Sonic.
Yeah.
Which is going to be
that's just part of the plan.
hilarious
Yeah.
when that gets circulated. It's like,
that'd
so it
be-
already
that'll
exists.
actually be awesome.
If that was
I
the
would
case,
love some shit Sonic.
This
merch.
marketing, they're playing 6D chess.
Yeah.
And I am with it. I am so with it. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, that's like super villain level planning.
scenes are different. Everything. Like,
Yeah.
the scenes with the new Sonic are
Yeah.
different. Like,
Dude,
Or at
oh
least
my god, that's
something's a little
Dude,
different.
that's side by side when he's
I know, right?
surprised when he's got the like, oh, like, and like you see new Sonic, you
fact
look at the
that
other
he-
one with his weird little
I
toddler
think everybody
teeth.
forgot how bad it was.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that's
Like,
see,
The arms and the teeth. Ugh. It
so
was really
like
bad.
it looks so much better. It's great. When I did see it, my first thought was like, man, somebody's gonna bitch about the eyes. Like I figured, I think they're
love,
fine.
Like right on his nose bridge, he has a tuft of white hair to kind of give the illusion of it being one big eye.
Oh,
It's really
yeah.
good.
So
It's
they,
really
they,
cool.
they brought on the
It's
guy
great.
who was in charge of the Sonic Mania animated adventures to redesign them. Like he was the lead in redesigning. So very smart decision on Paramount's part. Like
I really-
he did a really good job.
I can't wait for like the movie. I'm excited. Like, and I was talking to Kyle the other day. He was on it. He was like, he almost feels like he's just gonna buy a ticket even if he doesn't go see it, just to say like, thanks for listening to the audience studio.
And
but-
that's why the controversy
Yeah.
worked. No,
But
5, 6,
I'm more
7D chess.
excited to see whatever fucking documentary comes out of it in like 5 years.
Yeah.
I want to know how badly did the first design guy get fired?
Yeah, like
Or
how
just,
did that
or
even
why
happen?
that guy? Like, there's so Sonic is not
How
new.
did that pass?
Yeah,
the
like Sonic is
dozen
not new.
checks?
There's like your kid can draw what Sonic looks like.
There's something about some producer decided we don't have enough money to spend on R&D, so we're just going to make a realistic Sonic. And then the Pokemon trailer came out for not Pokemon, the Detective Pikachu trailer came out, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, we could actually pull this off." But the executives like, "We're already too far in."
Ben, if I come to you and I'm like, I want to make this movie, right? And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Who was the movie? He's like, look, we got these rights from Sega. It's this character called Sonic, right? You whip out your computer that's in your pocket and you Google Sonic. And it will come up with official art. It will come up with fan art. It will
Yes.
come up with people who drew
My
him
first
realistically.
reaction-
You know what I'm saying? And you're
My
like,
first reaction would be, "Why is this going to be live action?"
oh, okay, that's fair. That's valid. Like, but if it has to be live action, you have all this reference from a simple "Okay, Google."
Yeah.
How did it come up to that?
Sorry.
yeah,
people at
anybody
Google
who
Home.
has one.
No, I think it's like "Hey Google." now.
Damn it!
Oh shit!
But
It's both actually.
Oh damn, I went off that.
like nothing makes it into an episode of Death Battle without like 6 to 10 people having eyes on it before it hits like YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does like a studio project get to that level with that Sonic? Like,
Oh, yeah.
who didn't stand up and
Someone
be
with
like,
a lot of power.
"This is fucking wrong, y'all. I've just
I don't.
seen a
But
Sonic
even if
before."
it's like an old dude or something, and you show him pictures,
It's just a Google, yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, okay, this is what it looks like." Cool.
They just went in the wrong
Make sure it
direction
looks
bad.
like that.
Like,
I
oh
know.
yeah, we'll give him fucking
So-
weird toddler teeth. Like,
So
that'll be
we
good.
got to wrap this up. We're running out
Yeah,
of
we are.
time. I do want to quickly mention there was a tweet that was making the rounds and went viral about how it apparently cost $35 million to fix this.
Ooh, that VFX studio got
The
paid, boy.
Well,
Woo!
except the tweet had no evidence of this
Yeah,
claim.
just a claim.
And afterwards, Paramount came out and said, no, actually, it only cost about $5 million.
Oh, okay.
Because they
Wish I could
hadn't
say that.
finished the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
when a trailer comes out, that doesn't mean all the CG is 100%. In fact, the CG you're watching in a trailer is often not the
last.
final thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they usually cobble together shots that are almost done. that they can put into
a lot of CG artists. It's funny talking to them when they're watching trailers like this because they'll point out all these flaws that they'll see in the animation. Be like, well, that's obviously not final because you can see a seam here, shading's a little wrong here, like, and then you watch the final movie and that's not there. So that was the case here. They didn't finish the movie and then have to go back. They were still making it while they just fixed it.
I saw somebody tweet this and I want it so badly. I want on the DVD Blu-ray to have the version that they were originally going to go with as like a bonus feature.
I mean, you
that
might
you
as well
could
at
go
this
on.
point, yeah.
Yeah,
That
like
would be so good.
I know.
Oh man, I haven't bought a DVD or Blu-ray in a decade plus probably.
That would be 8
The last time I
chefs.
bought one was probably when you worked at Blockbuster.
Are you
I
serious?
Damn.
I would buy the Sonic Bluray just for the behind the scenes.
You'd have to buy a Bluray player.
8D chef.
I have a
What do you
PS4.
got
Oh, okay, there you go. That's
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
What are you? What?
All right,
Wait
all
a
right,
minute.
all right.
No.
No,
Okay.
we're closing on something.
You're
We're
lucky.
really close. to
You're
that.
lucky.
Sudden death.
We have to be out of here in like 15 minutes, and we got to choose sudden death as well. So let's move on to the community death battle.
Before you go any further, let me tell you about Quip. You see, these guys, and you know them, the makers of the Quip electric toothbrush. It's wonderful. I've talked about it a lot. They want you to know the one single discovery that matters most for your dental care. Good habits mean you're good. It's pretty simple. If you have good habits, you clean your teeth all the time, guess what? Your teeth are probably going to stay pretty clean, and that's a good thing. This means brushing for 2 minutes twice a day and flossing regularly. No matter what brand you use, Quip makes that simple, starting with an electric toothbrush, refillable floss, and anti-cavity toothpaste. Yeah, I said refillable floss. They got a new gadget on the market and it is just as sleek as their toothbrush. Quip's electric toothbrushes has sensitive sonic vibrations with built-in timer and 30-second pulses to guide a full and even clean. And the Quip floss dispenser comes with pre-marked strings to help use just enough, saving that environment one string at a time. Plus, Quip delivers fresh brush heads, floss, and toothpaste refills to your door every 3 months with free shipping, so your routine is always right. Join over 3 million healthy mouths and get Quip today, starting at $25. And if you go to getquip.com/cast right now, you'll get your first refill for free. And that's your first refill free at getquip.com/cast, spelled GETQUIP.com/cast. Quip, the good habits company.
I don't use my PS4 for that.
What do you use?
A
My
Blu-ray
fucking
player.
badass Blu-ray player.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. He has like 8 things hooked up to his TV.
I feel like
When we moved down here, I was like, I'm doing something for me. I bought a badass TV, and then I bought a badass Blu-ray player to go with it because it gets a better picture than the PS4 does. Yes.
No.
let's
you have
a
4K
We
thing?
can talk about this
Okay.
later.
4K UHD.
We'll save this for sudden death.
And my PS4 is upstairs.
UHD.
All right. All right. So our community death battle
Ultra high def torrent.
was because Deadpool is coming back. We're bringing back his first opponent in Death Battle, Deathstroke, to fight Taskmaster. And as always with Community Death Battle, we leave it up to you guys. Let us know who you think should win and why using hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. So we have answers for both Taskmasters and Deathstroke, and we have an answer for is this Deathstroke? They're both called Team Task, so I don't know which one's which. From Dude Blade X. Dude Blade X says Deathstroke has a healing factor. Tasky doesn't. The moment Taskmaster tries to do a move that would incapacitate him, Slade's speed and power would make beating him an easy task. And then it says read reference on screen.
If Taskmaster attempts to perform a move that he is not physically capable of finishing, like an Olympic dive, when he forgot that he couldn't swim, then he can't really perform the move to the fullest extent that the original person could. Okay, gotcha.
So Taskmaster's an idiot. He performed an Olympic dive when he couldn't
forgot how to do
swim.
it.
But so is that reference saying that he stole the Olympic diving ability? Because then that would give him the ability to swim.
And then, well, I guess he can forget the things he learned.
He doesn't steal
Oh.
abilities. He's
like a
just
you know,
like
I thought he just
like a
can mimic
normal
them.
person.
he can mimic them. He's
Right.
just a normal person overall. He's not like
Yeah.
a mutant.
Oh.
He's just really good at mimicking abilities.
So
I
essentially,
believe
if
that's his
he
thing.
if he had like amnesia, he'd be fucked.
Can he mimic swimming?
I would assume so.
So I stand corrected.
Let's reference. Okay.
What?
Either way, We got an answer for Taskmaster from you, Jimbo. Maybe this will answer all of our questions.
We didn't mean to poke a hole in your research.
So Yojimbo says a Taskmaster would be smart enough to know to keep the fight short and wait for the right opportunity. He KO'd Thor, an almost indestructible god, that way. He impaled Deadpool to the wall in an angle he can't escape to put him out of the fight. Regeneration did not help Deadpool there.
Interesting.
That's funny because you couldn't really grab the sword like right in your back,
Oh, yeah.
especially when
that's
you're all
smart.
big and muscly.
Yeah, except for let's be real here. If this
He
wasn't
just
just
push
writer
off the wall.
bullshit,
Yeah, you do
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
like
The
Deadpool
Dante
would,
thing.
just pull himself through it.
Unless,
for sure.
unless for whatever reason the pin was stronger than Deadpool could push.
Or if
Well,
it's-
he just go
or if
down on
it's
it and cut himself. Like, just
if
keep
it's
wiggling and like he would have gotten
through
out.
his spine at a good angle too. It might keep him from using his legs.
Also, does Deadpool feel pain?
That one's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
a real
just
bummer.
kind of done with that.
Deadpool's got a shitty existence. Like a real shitty existence. Okay.
That's interesting.
How are you guys feeling about it? Who are you
Taskmaster.
leaning towards?
Taskmaster.
I do like a good strategist, so I'm gonna say Taskmaster as well.
Taskmaster.
Especially
Deathstroke
the
is a
KO Thor
strategist too,
thing
though.
that really makes me. Yeah, you're right. But the KO Thor thing.
That's
Really,
insane.
yeah.
I don't know
know more
durability.
about
I want to
it.
know durability for Taskmaster. I have no this is a character I never followed or did anything with.
Oh, Taskmaster would be
him.
cool.
The most I know about him
Death
is like
Battle?
being in MVC3.
Yeah.
Taskmaster would be real cool. Death
Yeah.
Battle.
You would be.
Pretty sick.
Who would you like to see Taskmaster fighting in Death Battle? Let us know in the
Shang
comments.
Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
And then it'll be sick because Shang Tsung still has all the souls of the other ninjas. So
Yeah.
he can like change into them and use all their powers and stuff. But then Taskmaster can mimic all the different ninjas.
That's true. Plus, then we get to reuse
That's
the clip.
pretty sick.
You're so
That's such good. That's so cool.
Who's trying to eat the words?
That's cool.
We haven't. I mean, maybe that's the returning character that Sam is working on. Who knows? Either
Man,
way,
it's been a long time since we
Um,
did Shang Tsung.
I'm gonna lean towards Deathstroke. I think he's
Me too.
more skilled than Taskmaster. Just generally speaking, he's kind of like Batman's equal in his world, and I feel like Taskmaster doesn't quite have the ability to keep up with someone like Batman. So Deadpool or
Go on,
Deathstroke,
Taskmaster.
sorry, kind of falls in
I
there.
mean, if you
I
take out
think,
Deadpool,
I think
I don't know.
Taskmaster beats Batman.
This is
for
a hard
free.
one.
Well, it's two tasks. Two
Two Deathstroke,
Deathstrokes.
Deathstroke. It's up to the
Let's
poll.
see.
Let's bring it up. Wow,
Ben and I win.
It's pretty close, but yes, Deathstroke wins.
Suck it, y'all.
I'm not really surprised. I feel like he's definitely the more popular character.
All right, so for next week's community death battle, we are going to do a battle royale between the 3 starter Pokemon in Sword and Shield.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
Which one do
Score
you
Bunny?
think? is
Grookey,
fully-
Score Bunny,
evolved?
and
I was
other.
going to ask you guys if you think it should be fully
Fully
evolved or
evolved.
just the
Fully
basic
evolved.
form. Fully evolved?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind
I
of
don't want
want
to spoil it for anybody, but I guess it will have been over a week.
Yeah.
When we
yeah.
talk about it, so it might be fine. All right, we'll do fully evolved forms of the starters. I don't even know their names. So
It's Scorbunny, Grookey, and
no, the fully
Slowball.
evolved forms.
Slowball.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Sobel, something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Blaziken.
Anyways,
Nailed it.
The fully evolved forms of the starters in Sword and Shield: Blaziken, Charizard, and Infernape. Definitely. So let us know who you think should win and why using hashtag DeathBattleCast on Twitter. We will have a poll up later on this week that you can vote on, and we will discuss it in the next episode of Death Battle Cast. Be sure to check out Deadpool vs. Mask when it airs this upcoming Monday for first members and on YouTube on Wednesday. It's going to be a blast.
Look at y'all both wearing your Ruby shirts.
Yeah.
Is it because Volume 7 is premiering right now on
oh
roosterteeth.com?
my. Also,
But,
Check it
you
out.
know, mine's
You know,
some slick. You know,
you can
look at that.
Oh, look at that.
We
Super
sell
cute.
these.
Chibi Ruby over
so-
here.
Store.roosterteeth.com.
Chibi Ruby. I got
Also-
it.
Quick plug, store.roosterteeth.com.
These wonderful beanies Chad and I are wearing, they're 40% off right now.
I will say,
It's the best beanie I've
a
ever
lot of
had.
these new shirts feel really comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Cotton's mad software.
Like it's always like risky to buy clothes online because like you don't know if it's gonna feel good or
Go
not.
watch Ruby.
These feel really good.
Go watch it.
Anyways, that's it. We gotta go.
See ya.
Ruby
Bye.
plug.